Hello, thank you for joining me today. It's Motivational Mondays with Mashana Perry. Today, our topic is fire, but not just any kind of fire. This type of fire is focused into radical expectations. I'm going to give you a minute to let that sink in, because anytime that you're expecting something, expectations can be something great, something you may not even actually believe will happen, but for some reason, you still expect it to come. And see, radical, that means crazy. You ever heard of just having a crazy praise, a stupid, ridiculous thought, idea, vision, dream? It's radical. When you go into something, you enter into it. And so you make a decision that once you get into it, you're in this thing, focused. Your mind, your body, your soul, everything is in line with this thing, and it has your undivided attention. So focusing into radical expectations sometimes sounds easy, but fire is difficult. So today I want to talk to all of my people that are out there and they've been given a vision, a business, dream, something that's in your belly. And it's like fire waiting to be birthed out. You see, many of you don't know about these babies that are in your belly that need to be birthed out. These are the things that keep you up at night. The dreams, the goals, the visions, the things that you're believing God to do, but yet you have no idea on what journey or path you need to be on to get there. But God has just given you a glimpse into your future of this thing, and you're holding on to that little bitty small vision, and it's like a fire in your belly, and you keep trying stuff to figure out, how am I supposed to get to this thing, God? See, sometimes he will give you the end, but he won't tell you what the middle is. So you're so busy with this fire, and every time you try to ignore the fire, something down on the inside of you says, got to remember this dream, because the end of that thing, oh, it looks so good that if I don't start doing things in the middle, I may not reach my end. And if I do not reach the end that God showed me, I would have missed my entire purpose here on earth. Is there anybody that's feeling a fire down in their belly that's rooted so deep that no matter how bad you try to stray out the path, something keeps drawing you in closer and closer, because the fire may have a little flame, but the fire exists. See, any of you been to a campfire and you're sitting around roasting marshmallows and everybody's having a great time, and all of a sudden that fire dies down, and then you say, hey, we still want to hang out and have a great time and party, so let's turn the fire back up. So somebody says, go get some newspaper, and we're going to throw the newspaper into the fire because we need some more flames to combust. And somebody else says, oh, I'm going to get the lighter fluid, because if I spray this lighter fluid on this fire, it'll rise up and these flames will be nice and big and we'll be all toasty and warm again. Then somebody else over here will say, no, I'm going to go throw some sticks in the pot, because I know those sticks, that wood will catch fire, and then it will keep our fire nice and smoky hot. So what I came to tell you today is that that little flicker of flame that you've let dwindle down in your belly, I came to be your lighter fluid, and I want to spread all through that fire so that it rises up in you and you start to focus into the radical expectations that God has shown you. The only way that you're going to reach the end is to keep pushing forward through the middle. See, the middle, that's the part that gets us, because the middle's not easy. The middle's uncertain. The middle really shows us what we are made of. The middle reveals stuff in us that we don't necessarily like. The middle challenges us. The middle makes us stronger. It makes us realize if we can still stand and persevere. But what happens is, too many of us faint in the middle. The middle is a make or break deal for you. But I came to get in the middle of this thing and step into your belly and ignite the fire that's been staying dwindled down into you so that you can start to believe God and be focused into these radical expectations. This is the only way that you're going to reach the end. And somebody out there needs what you've got. This is what some of you just don't even understand. You were put here to be something for somebody else. And because your lack of focus and selfishness has allowed you to suppress your gifts, the people that you were meant to bless are waiting, and they don't even know they're waiting for you to get it, to expose your gifts. And see, this is how God will work, because when he gives you these gifts and you can operate in these gifts and the anointing with boldness and go forth and not worry about what anybody else thinks, how you look, or what they care about, how you say anything. You're just speaking what God has told you to do and doing and moving. You'll be delivered from people's thoughts. It doesn't even matter anymore. But what will happen is you'll start to bless other people. And because you're blessing other people, your life becomes blessed. You become blessed. You're highly favored. But it's only when you start to focus into radical expectations. Some of your dreams and goals and visions are so basic because you've let it align what you're used to having and what mom and daddy had and what everybody else had. Okay, well, if I can just get a little bitty piece of apartment and keep a roof over my head, then we're good, because that's all they ever had. That's not all that it was meant for you to be. Keep dreaming. Keep believing. Be radical about what you want. And whatever that fire is in your belly, that business, those goals, those dreams that you've dreamed about at night, and you know that they're going to come to pass, you just don't know how. Put some lighter fluid on that thing, baby, because now is your season to walk into this thing with boldness. And the only way that you can do that is by being delivered from people's thoughts and problems. You have to come to a place that everybody else's mess is no longer going to be your burden. You have to come to a point in your life where you are so driven and focused that debris may be falling down around you, but because you're so driven and focused, you're steadfast, unmovable, unshaken in the things that you have, that you're going to do, and that all that you want to be in God. And so I just want you to take a moment this evening, because I know when you lay down, that fire keeps you up at night, Dream big dreams and execute them so that they can come to pass. Because in the execution, just because you're moving and doing things, God is also using that time to show your inner strength, your power, your might. Can you actually get up here and speak to people? Can you actually run your own business? Do you have what it takes? Because the weak will become weary, and they will fall and they will faint. See, when you're believing God for radical expectations, you can't be weak. You have to be confident. You have to be bold. You have to be downright crazy. Because some people around you will think it's foolishness. They'll think that that'll never happen. You'll never be this, you'll never be that. But see, that's when you need to show up and show out. So I just want to end this message by saying to my people, I have already sprayed the lighter fluid up in your belly. So it's time to focus into the radical expectations. This week, get on the path, set your goals, know what your dream and your vision is, and write those things down. God said, write the vision down, make it plain, but make it plain for yourself so that you'll know what your goals are and the steps that you need to do to make it happen. Stop letting other people telling you what you are, and you be all that it is that God told you that you can be. God bless, and visit me at www.mashaunaperry.com, offering motivation to the masses. Have a great week.